Good morning everyone. So as we have already covered till the displacement and distance theory part, now we will do some numerical part of it. As we have done the examples of the book, now we will resume with the practice questions of it. Open page number 11 of your book, that is here. So as you all know that we have covered the numerical part by taking out the what is displacement and what is distance. So in this lecture we shall do the numerical part of it. So open page number 11 and have a look on the quick questionnaire. See the question number 1. Find the odd one out. Give reason for your answer. So first one is speed, energy, force, mass and temperature. So in this case we need to take out the odd one out. So in this case we can see that temperature is odd one out. Why we are taking out it? Because speed हमें पता है basically that is velocity. velocity का synonym है एक तरीके से. energy हमें पता है work done होता है. of course work done में mass या फिर हमारा जो भी time है ये आ जाता है. speed में भी time में कहीं ना कहीं it is dependent. force का formula we know that force is equal to हमने class 8 में भी पढ़ा है mass into acceleration. acceleration का भी formula अभी हम class 9 में आगे पढ़ेंगे. After covering up the distance and displacement, we will come to the speed and velocity, and then we will cover the topic acceleration tomorrow. Okay? So we have already aware the fact that force का formula is mass into acceleration. So acceleration also depend on velocity and time. So ये भी एक तरीके से similar हो सकते हैं. Energy is also known as work done. Work done is also dependent on the mass. So now mass is also related with energy, speeds and everything. So ultimately we have left with the temperature. Temperature means होता है hotness या फिर coldness. So अगर आप scalar vector देखते हैं तो उसमें this is a scalar, this is a scalar, this is vector quantity. Work done is also a scalar quantity and speed is also a scalar quantity. तो अगर हम vector या फिर हम इसके बेसिस पे देखें, like if we talk about the scalar, speed is a scalar quantity, energy is also a scalar quantity, mass is also a scalar quantity and temperature is also a scalar quantity. So according to that, force is only a vector quantity. Okay, so we can say that force is a वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. सो वेक्टर क्वांटिटी हमारी होगी सिर्फ फोर्स. सो हमारे दो पर्सपेक्टिव है. इस चैप्टर में वी आर रीडिंग अबाउट स्केलर एंड वेक्टर क्वांटिटीज. अदरवाइज हम क्या लेते हैं टेम्परेचर. सो एज वी कैन सी दैट कि जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट. एज वी कैन सी द फैक्ट that speed is dependent on energy somewhat. energy means होता है work done, but energy dependent नहीं होती direction पे. so it is a scalar quantity. speed is a scalar quantity, mass is a scalar quantity and temperature, hotness, coldness होता है basically, that is also a scalar quantity. whereas vector quantity is force. so only force is a vector quantity. in terms of a scalar and vector we can say that force is odd one out. If we talk about the terms in something, you can say that temperature को consideration में लिया जा सकता था, but why we take force odd one out? Because all the quantities are scalar quantities, whereas temperature is a vector quantity. Fine. So due to the fact that force is a vector quantity, we are taking out force as a odd one out. So this is our odd one out. Is that clear? Now we'll come to the of it: weight, acceleration, velocity, distance and momentum. Now weight, acceleration, velocity, momentum, all are the again vector quantities. Now just write down this part. First of all, scalar quantity is speed, energy, mass, temperature. Vector is force, so odd one is force. Second part इसके बाद we will do, and you have to write down in your notebooks. Try to solve each and every question in your registers, okay? So that you can know why we have taken out force as a odd one out. Write it down in a minute, then we'll come to the second part of it. So now we have the next part, that is weight, acceleration, velocity and distance. Out of these quantities, so all are the vector quantities. Like weight is also a vector quantity. Why? Because weight is having g as a vector quantity. This is acceleration due to gravity. We have already studied that mass क्या होता है. Totally mass is a amount जो भी present है उसका, जो भी content होता है that is a matter part जो भी होता है that is our mass. Whereas weight में हम क्या लेते हैं, हम mass के साथ साथ acceleration due to gravity को भी include करेंगे. Fine. Second part is our acceleration. Again this part is also acceleration, means change in velocity upon time. So velocity is the vector quantity. Again it is a vector. Since velocity में अभी हमारे लिए we have studied till distance and displacement. So velocity is also a vector quantity. Now only distance is left. तो distance के definition में and इसके difference पे I clearly you that distance is a scalar quantity. So scalar quantity is distance. That is why distance is odd. Is that clear? Why distance is taken out as an odd term? Because only distance has a scalar quantity. Fine. Just note it on this part quickly. After doing this, come to the C part of that. C part is rolling stone, moving ball, big table, a dancing girl, vibrating string. इसमें से we have to take out the odd one out. Similarly, you can see that rolling stone is in motion, moving ball is a sort of motion, a dancing girl is also showing some kind of motion. So vibrating string is also having some kind of motion. So a big table is in it at rest. So the odd one out is a big table. ये हमारा किसमें है, at rest. बाकी all the types of motion like rolling stone, moving ball, a dancing girl, vibrating strings, all the types of things they have mentioned to you are showing the motion. Rest of the things are showing are in motion. So what is odd one out? That is a big table which is at rest. So only the big table is at rest. Is that clear? Now come to the second question of the book. A book is lying on a table. examine and define its state. Of course, it is showing the position या फिर state of rest. Why? Because a object is not changing its position in a certain time interval. So we can say that object is in at rest position. Okay. So just write down the answer that the object is not changing its position with respect to time. So we can say that it is at rest. Okay. Now see the example number 3. Now we can see example number 3. Give 2 examples where we feel the presence of motion through indirect evidences. So we have feel the air, but we can't touch it, we can't say anything, we can't comment it, we can't know that what is the color of the air. Like अगर एक मतलब like we can feel the presence of the air, but क्या होता है कि हम उसको डायरेक्टली उसको शो नहीं होती हमको. तो दैट इज अ केस where there is a motion of the leaves and something, but we can't see the air. So you can say that motion of a leaf by the air is an example. Next is the movement of the earth. Earth is moving continuously around the sun. We are standing, we are teaching, we don't know that the movement is going on. But yes, as you study that there is a movement that is done by the earth continuously. So you can write down any of the 2 motions or any of the 2 examples or based upon your daily basis life. Like I have take 2 examples, you can take different examples also. So this is what you basically see or observe. Fine. जो भी हम आपस में देखते हैं, like I have took the example of the air, I have took the example of the earth. You can take any of the example where you can see the motion, but you can't मतलब direct indirect way से देखते हो. Like you know that air is there, but you can't feel it, you can't prove it. Okay, so that is the cases we are talking about. Fourth one is give an example to show that rest and motions are relative terms. For this example, for this question, we have to take one example or a case study हमें लेनी है जिसमें हम ये दोनों ही चीज़ों को like I have told you there are the 2 states, one is of rest and other one is of motion. So for that case I have to explain you in the board कि ऐसा कैसे possible. For that just quickly write down these things in your notebook or in your registers. Okay. Now we can see that if we talk about the example 4, give an example where you can show the 2 states. First of all, there are 2 states. First is of rest and other one is of motion. So if we talk about a car, a movement of the car, one observer or one person is sitting over here and it is in motion. So car is moving, right? If we talk about the car and the person sitting inside, you can say that these objects, tree, suppose there are buildings, okay, more trees, these all are in. अगर इस observer की बात करें, so outside जो है, outside the car, all are in motion. So if we talk about the outside the car, all the things are in motion. These all are in motion. But if we talk about these things, if these things can watch here, suppose this is a man also. So if we talk about this man, the man sitting inside it will find out that car inside the car person is at rest. person is at रेस्ट। कैसे? अगर आप कार के अंदर बैठे हो तो आपको कार के बाहर की चीजें मूव करते हुए दिखाई देंगी बहुत तेजी तेजी से। यू कैन सी दैट कि टाइम इंटरवल के साथ यू कैन वॉच दैट एवरीथिंग इज मूविंग फास्ट 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 फास्ट। बट इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द people who are standing outside, they can find out that car to move ho rahi but the person inside is at rest. So these two terms like motion and rest are related in this example. Okay, so you can note down this example by framing it in your own words in your registers. Okay, just write it down this part quickly. Just note it down this part and then we'll come to the question number 5. Classify into scalar and vector quantities. So we have already discussed about what are the scalar quantities. Basically, scalar means those quantities which have only the value, like only the magnitude. They do not have the direction. And vector quantity means those who have the magnitude and does not have the direction. Okay, so basically we can understood this thing that what are the scalar quantities जिसमें सब values होती हैं and जो direction पे भी depend करते हैं, these are known as the vector quantities. So we need to classify the following things like what are the vector quantities and what are the scalar quantities. I will be writing up the velocity, time, length, distance, and you have to identify it is a vector quantity or it is a scalar quantity. Okay, after 1 minute I will be clearing it up and write down the quantities. You have to classify them, either they are vector quantity or they are scalar quantity, right? Now let's move on the next part, just to classify them, either they are in scalar or they are vector quantities. Okay, so I will be writing up the quantities and we have to classify them whether they are the scalar quantities or they are in the vector quantities. Acceleration, distance, displacement, distance, So first of all we talk about the velocity. It is clearly a vector quantity. I am only writing down the vector, you can write down vector quantity. Why? Because it has magnitude as well as direction. Next is time. It is a scalar quantity. It has only the value, the magnitude. Next is also a scalar quantity. Acceleration is a vector quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. We have it studied. Distance is also a scalar quantity. Okay. So these are the terms we have already aware of, that vector means जिसमें magnitude हो, value as well as direction हो. Time, that means it has the magnitude only. Length में भी सिर्फ magnitude होता है. It is independent of the direction. Acceleration is a vector quantity. Again displacement is a vector quantity and distance is a scalar quantity. It has only the value, only the magnitude. Next is G part, that is force. Force is a vector quantity. Energy is a scalar quantity. Momentum is a vector quantity. Weight and mass. Mass is a scalar quantity, weight is a vector. We have discussed in the previous question also. So why they are scalar quantity? Because जिसमें सिर्फ मैग्नीट्यूड होता है, वैल्यू होती है. मैग्नीट्यूड होता है जिसमें they are scalar quantities. जिसमें डायरेक्शन भी होती है, मैग्नीट्यूड भी होता है, they are vector quantity. Okay, so they have the magnitude as well as directions. So I have written each and everything. Force is a vector quantity, energy is a scalar quantity. Energy means होता है एक तरीके से work done. Work done is independent of the direction. Okay. Next is momentum, that is a vector quantity again. Weight is a vector quantity, we have discussed. Now mass is also a scalar quantity. So next, sixth question is, a bird is flying in the sky. Examine and define its state. Of course उसकी state लगातार position उसकी change हो रही है with respect to time. So it is in motion. You can write down that its state is in motion. Seventh one, you have to write down the one example of the motions. जैसे क्लास 8 में पढ़ा हमने, rectilinear motion means movement of the car. Movement in a straight line is known as rectilinear motion. Curvilinear means होता है curve path, like short put movement या फिर throwing of a short put. ठीक है. Next is oscillatory motion, like a pendulum, movement of a pendulum, जो अपनी पोजीशन पे, मीन पोजीशन पे क्या करता है, ऑसिलेट या फिर मूव. नेक्स्ट इज वाइब्रेटरी मोशन. यू कैन आल्सो राइट डाउन द मूवमेंट ऑफ अ क्लॉक, ओके, या मूवमेंट ऑफ अ साउंड. मल्टीपल मोशंस जिसमें एक से कई बार ज्यादा होते हैं, दैट बाय टर्निंग कार इज हैविंग अ 2-3 टाइप्स ऑफ मोशंस. रैंडम भी हो सकता है, कर्वीलिनियर भी हो सकता है, सो लाइक दैट. सो राइट डाउन द one एग्जांपल. इजीली यू कैन write down, which is probably on the previous class based. Next we have the worksheet. Before starting of the worksheet and the numerical parts, firstly write down this part and tomorrow we will just do the worksheets. Okay, worksheet and then we'll do the distance displacement numerical part. After covering up the numerical part, I will be uploading a lecture based on uniform and non-uniform motion. Okay? Just write down this part quickly. So just write down this part in your notebooks and just do the worksheet in your notebooks. We'll discuss it in our next lecture. Okay? That's all for today. Thank you.